I just repaired the screen of this phone. So this iPhone, not my real phone. Like my normal phone, I still haven't repaired the screen. But this iPhone too, the screen, was having issues. Like it was already having issues. It used to touch by itself and everything. But it was manageable before. Then it thing fell, I think like 2 days ago. It wasn't a serious fall. Like I was trying to watch I was trying to watch a Hamza video, a Hamza YouTube video, as I was watching plates in the kitchen. And while I was trying to adjust it, and so the thing fell from like the window side to the sink. It wasn't like this before wasn't very serious, but when it fell, it just made the screen become practically unusable. So I had to literally change the branch. It cost me 16,000 naira. And when I tell you that I had no money, I don't even know how the money spawned. I'm even still kind of impressed that out of thin air like that to just bring money out. But I have to go and change the screen. And when I changed the screen before, I couldn't really use the front camera to record anything because it was cracked and everything. The camera was blurring a lot. So now that I changed the screen, I just hope the front camera is usable. I've not really used the front camera to record anything before, but this is going to be the first video. But is it just me? But my other phone's front camera, and I just feel like okay, maybe that's why. Anyways, the main thing I want to talk about today is this whole self improvement stuff. Because still a few days ago, I was just sitting by myself and reminiscing. Okay, not necessarily reminiscing, but I was just thinking to myself, this self improvement stuff, especially the monk mood type of stuff. So monk mood already. If you are watching, if you are anything self improvement related, you probably have heard of monk mode by now. So the whole concept of monk mode is you isolate yourself, you focus on your goals and you work hard, work hard, work hard, work hard for 3 months, 6 months, 1 year, 2 years, or however long it takes. And, you achieve your goals. So I'm making $10,000 a month. You get jackpots like crazy. You achieve what you're craving. So, but I now thought about it like myself, which like what exactly am I doing? That's what I just thought. And I realized that I'm not really doing monk move because the whole idea for me before was I wanted to do monk move. Like I've always wanted to do monk move forever. I've always wanted to just finally just focus on one thing and just grind and give it my all to like succeed. But I kept running into this problem every time I tried that. And the problem was that I just wasn't ever able to stick to the thing. I just wasn't ever able to like do it. I just wasn't ever able to like consistent or so. And it's now also made me just find myself in this subpar monk mode. This like I'll say fake monk mode. Because you see like let me just kind of try to paint a picture for you. You see those some of the monk mode stuff or almost of it, like for example, I shave my head hasn't grown back, my hair has grown back a lot now. I'm still going to shave it again. Now I used to shave my hair and stuff possible with monk mode. At first it was for like monk mode, but later like now I'm just to me just buzzing but like just being bald is just easy. Like it's just easy to maintain, I can do it myself, I don't need to go to the job, I don't need to pay money. And in terms of being ugly, like yes, you probably don't look as fine as when you have hair, but I just wear cap so I'll go to school. So so like to me I'm still going to keep balding both but at the beginning when I was started going bald, probably like bald head, abulu, according to how they call it here. It was for monk was not good and stuff, but now it's just because I want. But that was just one example. So who I'm trying to do this month. So I shave my head. I basically don't watch movies. I don't play video games. I don't even really scroll on social media. I don't go out to parties or anything. I don't go anywhere. I basically talk to nobody. Just isolate yourself. Grind. I think that's it. And I don't really do any. Like I don't drink or smoke or do any bullshit stuff like that. Then monk mode, right? But the problem is like even with all these things, I still am not making progress. With all these things I just mentioned, all this stuff I said, I still am not making progress. It's just like I was doing fake monk mode, but the intention was never to do the fake monk mode. It was always to do the thing really want to cut out all these distractions basically and grind and grind and grind and grind and everything. But I just couldn't do that as sad as it sounds. Like I will I did all these things, so I tried to do all these things, right? So just like I described before, I don't watch movies. I don't watch. I'm not on Instagram. I'm not on TikTok. I'm not on Facebook. I'm not on Snapchat, Twitter, and everything. I don't watch any movies. Sometimes there's a period I was not even listening to music, which other thing again. I don't go out. Like I don't go party or anything like that. I'm just at home all the time. Not all the time. Yeah, most of the time. Like which other thing again? I don't talk to anybody. Don't talk to girls. Like just monthly with book. But I still wasn't making progress, like I said earlier. And the thing is that yes, I wasn't doing all these things. But guess what I was not doing? I was spending up to 6 hours a day, 5 hours a day, 4 hours a day, 3 hours a day, 2 hours a day, on a bad day on YouTube. I was not watching movies or anything, but I was spending up to 6 hours a day on YouTube. So I wasn't talking to girls and anything, but I was still jetting up. Yes, I didn't go anywhere, I didn't go to parties or do anything, but I was just stay in my house, really. I wasn't making real progress. Then it was then I now kind of realized that this is just sad. Like this is just like a very sad life because you are kind of doing monkhood, but you're not even getting the benefits of the monkhood. So because like normally monkhood, you isolate yourself, cut out all these things and everything, then you make tremendous progress to your goals. The grind that crazy and your goals like literally 20x them. But I wasn't 20xing my goals. I was not even 1xing it. Was 0.5xing my goals. And at the same time, I wasn't even living like a normal life either. So I was just in this weird bad middle where I was basically getting no benefits from either side. I was not getting benefits of monk mode. At the same time, I wasn't getting benefits of living like a normal person. I was just in this weird middle. And now I call it like fake monk mode. That's what I'm calling it. I feel like this is where so many people in the self-improvement world come like, oh, you're trying to do monk mode. And the thing I realized is like, monk mode is not even the problem. Although in my other channel, when I still used to really make self-improvement videos and stuff, I still kind of realize is that monk mode doesn't solve your problem. Monk mode is not, the solution as such. Monk mode is flawed. It doesn't really work, or at least it didn't work for me. And the reason behind it was like you just aren't good enough yet to put in the work. And the sad part is you are not good enough to like grind because the whole idea of monk mode is to cut out all these distractions. No friends, no parties, no this, no that. To just grind, 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 and have a lot of time for yourself. But you are just not good enough to grind, grind, grind. Because like yes, you get rid of all these distractions, quote unquote. And the whole idea is to get rid of all of them and have so much free time. Like so much extra time, and that extra time just put into your work. But you are just not good enough to like have use all this time to work basically. At least that's what I noticed in myself. So but the flaw here or the bad part here is that as you're not good enough to work and everything, you now don't also have a normal life. So because oh, I don't watch movies, I'm not on social media, don't go out or anything. So you're just in this weird gray middle where you're just here, just exist. And it was just such when I realized this. I mean now the new thing I like to call it now is like fake fake monk. But it's also but to some degree it's like you can't really blame yourself at the same time. Because on one hand you own everything is 100% your fault. Like yes, take responsibility for your life and everything. But the other hand, you can't exactly blame yourself. And the reason why I say that is that you just haven't learned. You are just not experienced enough. And I feel like part of the reason is, we can pass like I'll say we can partly blame all these social media influencers like Hamza and Magaji and Tate and every other person that preaches monkhood and stuff. Even if you look at their message nowadays, you're kind of, cheated a little bit. But you can kind of blame them because them, they tell you about monkhood. But what these people don't tell you is that they already have that baseline foundation for like discipline, consistency, and everything. And also they have that baseline foundation of like a normal life. So when they do monk mode, they cut out all these distractions basically. They're able to first of all, the 12 extra hours they now have, they're able to fill it up to work. And also once the monk mode period ends, maybe 3 months later, 6 months later, after they have come out from their monk mode or whatever, they can just go back to their normal life. But you don't have a normal life to begin with, or since I about it myself. And also you're not able to put in the work. So it's like you just you just fall by the roadside basically. Like you just get benefits of new sight. So it was a tough, like it was a kind of sad realization I hit. But I just realized that the way I've just been living my life is kind of tough. So the two parts I came to now is either you actually do the monk mode and you just do it serious. Like instead of bullshitting yourself, like myself, who I shave my head and I don't watch movies and I'm not on social media and everything, like you're partially doing it and partially doing it is not giving you any result. So it's either you fully do it. So you since you already shave your head and do all these things, instead of you already don't watch social media and you don't watch movies, but you spend 6 hours a day on YouTube. You cut out YouTube as well. You cut out, porn or you cut out just lazing around, just procrastinate. You cut out all this stuff and actually do the mountain. Like that's the first solution. But the problem with that one is like just like I said, you probably don't have that like discipline and experience and procrastinate, like I said, procrastination, like consistency and stuff to, have 12 hours of your day and work every single day for 12 hours for like 6 months straight. You probably are not just that good enough. Like, really just be honest with yourself. Most of us are not. I'm not that disciplined enough. I just can't. Of course, I can and all that, but it's like my skill, my discipline level is just not at that level yet. So the second solution I just realized is like to kind of do monk mode, but I like the way Danko put it. Danko that shout out to Danko. But you do the monk mode, but instead of disappearing for 6 months, you just disappear for a few hours. You disappear for a few hours during the day, and that is the monk mode. So it's like you for a certain period in the day. So maybe I prefer early in the morning. But let's say the first when you wake up in the morning, the first 1 hour, the first 2 hours, this is your monk mode. So the first 1 hour, the first 2 hours, you don't watch movies, you don't scroll on your phone, you don't check off, you don't eat coffee, you don't do none of these stupid things. All you do is focus on work. But after those first 2 hours is like deep work example. The rest of the day you cannot kind of live a normal life. So in the sense that because if you think about it to some degree, many of these things they don't really, affect. And the reason why I say it is that most of us, at least myself included, like we don't even have normal lives. Bro, you don't even have a fucking normal life. Like you barely have okay, maybe I spoke myself. But you barely have friends. You find it difficult to talk to a girl. I posted a video recently, like talking to strangers is actually fun. You find it difficult to talk to strangers. You find it difficult to talk to a girl. You find it difficult. You barely have a life, basically. And if you look at many of all these influencer guys, like this Hamza, I always usually like what he said. He's like many people like myself, come to YouTube, who want to make self improvement videos. I'm giving all these videos like, who how to stop procrastinating, how to change your life and stuff, which is not necessarily bad. But the problem is that we that are making the videos also like you barely have life experience. You that are telling them, how to stop procrastinating, you're still procrastinating. You that is giving dating advice like you have never even kissed a girl before. So it's like you don't have that life, basically. So, giving the advice and stuff is just going to be hard. So what you can do is like you can actually put in the work, do the monk mode and what I'm just trying to make is like after the first few hours of the day, you wake up and you cry. The rest of the day you cannot use it to live a normal life. Like I'm not sure, like obviously don't be like a maybe to some degree, like I won't feel like you should indulge in it a little bit, like because it's just give you life experience. But just try to use your brain. Don't be like a degenerate. So don't just gonna start fucking and anyhow, like use your head and everything. But to some degree, like on one hand, I would say don't do that because it's kind of immoral and all that. But to some degree, like also do because the experience that comes with that is like to build you. But like just try to get the point. Like don't be an idiot. Think for yourself. Use your head. Okay.
So the first 1 or 2 hours of
The first few hours of the day is your movement. And the rest of the day, it doesn't mean you just not do anything productive. You can still like read books. Like now making the video, you can still try to do productive stuff. But you now basically live a normal life. So for example, you go and could approach girls. Like you make it your mission every day to talk to one new girl, to get one girl's number, to greet one new person every day, to start a conversation with the cashier you meet, something like that. You make it like your goal that every Saturday you go to, maybe you find a club you're interested in, let's say chess. You go and like you go to the chess club where they used to play chess and stuff. Every Saturday you go there and learn how to play chess, you make friends, you get this community of people and stuff. Like you're not kind of killing two birds with one stone. I say one stone. Because you are making progress to your goals and also you are having like a life. So to me, those are the two options. I just feel like most of us, like, is either we just actually do the monk mode correctly, like, no more bullshitting yourself, no half monk mode, because half monk mode just doesn't work. It's either monk mode or no monk mode. If you are doing half monk mode, it just doesn't work. But it seems that if you already don't have a life, monk mode might not really work for you. If you're already not a disciplined person, monk mode might not really work for you. Because many times, at least that was what I realized in this my own make money online journey and stuff. I just realized that my problem wasn't even business model
or the
hustle or monthly or whatever. It was just that I was just not disciplined enough. I was just not focused enough. I just couldn't put in work. That's why I just need to. So
so
I
I
feel like those are the two solutions. Whether you do the monthly or you just have a more balanced life. And it sounds then like, oh, balance. You're not supposed to be balanced, you're supposed to be extreme, which is true. But at that beginning stages, you first become like you build up your foundation by being balanced. Then once you develop that discipline, once you have a life basically, once making friends for you is not really a problem, once talking to girls for you is not really a problem, once you have life experience, like I want to travel, like right now, I can't really travel to another country like of course, obviously, we can do it, but like it just be hard because I've never traveled anywhere by myself. And even in Nigeria, yeah, I've only traveled to like two two places. First place is where I grew up. The second place is like one random time when I was like maybe 5 years old. My parents took me. So I've never really traveled anywhere. So me wanting to travel somewhere now is going to be like very very hard. But after I've gotten a bit of life experience, that traveling is not really that much of a problem anymore. Can I easily travel? But for now, it builds foundation. Then when you get this foundation, you can now do the monk move. Yes. But at least that's what I just feel. But the main point I'm just trying to make is like just get out of that fake monk mode. That's what so many of us are doing. And another trait you used to know people that are on fake monk mode is they don't put in work. They just watch videos. They just watch shit like this.
even though people might not watch this video.
But most times, most people that are on fake monk mode, they just watch videos. And that's what I realized for myself because there's one thing I used to say I even till today I still believe I'm supposed to be a millionaire by now. But everybody do that. Oh, why? Because for the last 4 years since 2019, or majorly since 2020,
I've been
I've been
watching
learning how
videos
to make money online, how to grow a YouTube channel, how to make money, how to run a business, stuff like that.
that. And here we are,
Since
2020.
2024, and I'm still broke as fuck. And it used to piss me off before, but it was then I realized that of course you broke as fuck, you didn't put in the work. And the reason for that is because it's fake money. You watch all these videos and you feel like you're making cool work.
Feel like you're productive. You're not. You're just doing the fake monk move. So rather than
Just trying to be autistic.
like, and also
To some degree, it also gives you freedom because you realize that I can basically design my life however I want. As long as I just put in the work for those 1 to 2 hours every day, 1, 2, 3, 4, however long, I do, and however much free time I have in a day. As long as I put in that work, I can design my life however I want it. Of course, to get to some certain heights, you might have to start to do the monk mode and stuff. But for the most part, especially at this beginning phase, just see that first glimpse of success, make your first $1,000 in life. See as I'm saying it as well, maybe $1,000.
Make your first $2,000, make your first $500, your first $100 and stuff. You can design your
life however you want, as long as 1, 2, 3 hours of the day you actually put in the work. Like you can choose to play video games because many of these self-improvement guys will tell you, oh, video games is a waste of time, which it actually is. But that was another thing I will notice. I watched Danko, one of his recent videos. He did like a day in my life video. I also still watch one of Alex Moses videos a while back. I think they'll say something like in my life.
Even this other YouTube
I used to watch How to Beast. I know the common thing about all three of them. At night, they all watch Netflix with their wife or their babe. Usually their wife.
Before they go and sleep. Or babe, whatever. At night, they all
pretty much like they spend the last 1 hour, 2 hours of their night just watching Netflix with their babe before they go sleep.
And in the first
community, it used to be frowned upon, like, oh, they're wasting time, those be grinding 24/7.
Which is true. And these things
like this, even though they watch Netflix, they're all fucking successful. All of them millionaires.
All of them make money like this. And why you guys like, who
don't watch Netflix before I sleep?
Be broke as fuck. So the point is just like
the watching of the Netflix is not the problem. The problem is that you just don't work. Don't put in the work. Just don't do.
Because even if you watch Netflix
every single day, watch 5 hours of Netflix. If you are still able to put in 2 hours every single day consistency, you'll still make results. Obviously,
you probably will get better results if you just didn't watch Netflix. But
you still see the results. But it seems that so many of us, we just don't watch Netflix, but we don't put in the work. So therefore, we still don't see results. So
anyways, that was just it.
I didn't see this video with this long once again. I always know what these videos result, but they just end up getting results because I just keep talking. But anyways, that's this for now. Hopefully this helps you out. Like just try to get out of this fake monk mode period where you are partially doing monk mode, you're on monk mode. Like you kind of do a little bit of the habit, you're on self-improvement, but you don't really
commit to it, you're not in it full time. It's either you do it full
time or you just take a more balanced approach where you just kind of have a normal life and you're still doing this stuff rather than just being like, oh, I'm on mental, yet you don't put in the work. Anyways,
that's it for now.